And we are live. Hello, 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 everybody. What is going on? Welcome to this mastermind session for the 25th of September. I hope you guys are super, super well. I am super well indeed because I have something really cool to share with you guys today. But also because I've been experimenting a lot with Facebook over the past I would say over the past 60 days or so, and it's been quite a ride actually. So, anyways, I just wanted to thank you guys for being here, for watching this. It's really, really cool that you guys are actually seeing this. And today, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about bots. All right. So, what's going on with bots right now? The updated version. Messenger bots, are they still a thing? Are they, should you even bother to get them, to fiddle with them, etc., etc.? That's exactly what I want to kind of discuss with you guys today and my experience with it, or with them rather. Okay, so with that said, if you have any questions throughout this presentation or later, most likely, go ahead and post them on the Facebook group and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out. All right, so let's talk about bots and why I think they're still a thing. Now, there was this big, how would I put it, there was this big thing with bots, right? With messenger bots, specifically with Facebook messenger bots, because the reality is that there's a lot of other bots, like Telegram bots or Slack bots and whatnot. But messenger bots, being Facebook, one of the biggest platforms out there today, the reality is that there was a lot of hype. There was a lot of hype when it came to bots, and now right now you have these people that they're bot builders, they're bot experts. And I've always had encountered feelings with bots. When everyone was screaming, that they have found the eighth wonder of the world, and they have found a way to basically kill email. I've always been a little bit wary about those things, right? I tend not to go where everyone else go, at least not before I tested it. And the reality is that, I saw a lot of people saying, yeah, bots will completely kill email. You should base 100% your strategy on bots. And that's completely fine. And I understand where they're coming from, because initially when everyone started, when nobody knew what a bot was, and when nobody knew exactly what you could do with a bot, um, they seemed like really cool, and people didn't know what bots were all about. So you didn't even know that you were interacting with a bot, with a software, until they became really popular. So actually people engaged a lot with the bots, and that was a great thing. So that's why people, that you would having like 100% open rate, 90% click-through rates and whatnot, because it was kind of a novelty. Now, of course, as with always that, we take marketers to ruin everything, and we ended up ruining that too. Well, not ruin it, but, people started realizing, well, this is not the real person, right? When you started getting messages, I remember I started getting messages from, I think it was Tony Robbins, or I think it was one of those big guys, and I started getting messages from him, from his page, and I was like all excited. And then I realized that they were using a bot. It was all good because I already knew that it existed. But imagine if people were actually out there thinking that they were interacting with that person, right? Which happened a lot actually, until people started figuring that out. But anyways, the thing is that right now with bots, we've seen a decrease of click-through rate, of course. They have become part of more like a part of the marketing mix of companies. So that's important to know. And they have as everything, it equalizes, right? It equalizes a little bit. People are not that into bots right now, and they have been kind of through a couple of problems with Facebook kind of killing their API for a little bit. That made that ManyChat, which is one of the biggest out there, had a lot of troubles when it comes to creating new bots, hooking them up with new pages. That was just temporary. Like, I think it lasted for 1 week or so, or 10 days or something like that. And but they were struggling. And so they were really struggling because Facebook became really, really protective, and it still is really protective of their audience. Not only that, but of the platform rather, but not only that, but also Facebook started to roll out a lot of features that you can only achieve with bots. I don't think that they will ever get to that point where, well, I don't know actually. it will take them some time to get to that point where you can make a beautiful automations and super complicated stuff with like your sales funnels and whatnot. But at this point, that's not the case. However, Facebook started rolling out a lot of stuff that bots that you were only able to achieve if you had a bot. All right. So that kind of, was another blow for the bot companies like ManyChat or ChatFuel and whatnot. So with that being said, with all of that intro, that rant right there, kind of giving you guys a little bit of context of what I think of bots, I really think my personal opinion is that they're a great tool as part of your marketing mix, as long as you're not depending heavily of them, right, on them rather. They could actually work really well. And I'm going to share with you guys a specific strategy that I'm using right now with bots, which is a super brain dead simple strategy that I'm using with bots with several of my new clients that they're working really, really well. But have in mind that bots, as usual, is not the end all be all. If you're depending heavily on a bot, you're still depending heavily on Facebook. You do not own your bot list. Your bot does, Facebook does. So you need to kind of tread carefully there. Now, the way I'm going to share with you guys how it works is that it's super simple. Actually, it's brain dead simple, and this is how we are getting bots to work. It's not like we're not even like actually doing these super complicated sales funnels, and it's working really well. And we usually use this strategy I'm going to share with you guys today to kind of split test. Let's say that you have some sort of lead gen campaign going on Facebook. You're sending people to a webinar, or you're getting people on the phone to call with you and to talk to you and whatnot. We're kind of split testing this, like getting people straight out of cold and getting them to the webinar versus getting them through a bot. All right. So that's kind of our stance right now. We're split testing that, and we're still seeing really good results with bots. Not only that, but once somebody is on your bot, meaning once somebody is subscribed, you can send them messages, like send broadcasts like a regular email. But also number two, you can actually manually reach out to these folks, okay? Which is pretty cool, because you can actually manually reach out to these folks and follow up with them, which is pretty cool because people are already in Messenger anyway. So I think that's where bots excel. Like if you put somebody on your team, or you have the time, or you hire somebody to actually do this outreach through the bot, I think that you could actually get a lot more juice out of it. But let me jump into the screen real quick, and I'm going to share with you guys kind of the super brain dead simple strategy that we're using in order to get our bots laid out. And let me open the good old Lucid chart. I'm going to start sharing my screen. So here we go. Here's my screen, by the way. Screen, people screen. So here we are. And let me kill this. All right. So let me name this something like bot, or something like brain dead simple bot strategy. Right, because it is really, really brain dead simple. So all right, so here we go. Usually this would be the process of you gathering leads, right? Whether you're using, again, a webinar, a lead gen funnel, whatever that is, you would have an ad, right? And then you will send from that ad to your landing page, okay? Or to your client's landing page, specifically if you're doing something like, local, where you can send people to a landing page and whatnot. So this will be the case pretty much 80% of the time, and I'm still doing this. Don't get me wrong, I'm still 100% doing this. So you will have the ad right here. Let me change the color, and you will have the landing page, right? So here, boom, and then you will have the rest of the funnel. Rest of funnel. Okay, so you have your upsells, downsells, thank you page, webinar, whatever that is. So you have the rest of the funnel. Put it with this color. All right, so this is like the regular strategy. Now, the way we're doing this is we're adding an additional step on top of this, or in the middle of this, I should say. So we have this ad, and the ad, it's not a messenger ad. It's like a regular native ad, where you would have, when you post on your, when you're posting on your, here's the thing, when you're posting on your page, right? When you upload a picture or you upload a video to your Facebook page, and those pages, those images or those videos, they don't have any call to action. Those are the exact posts that I'm talking about. Let me actually see if I can share with you guys one of them. let's go to my page because, you know, funny enough, I was just launching an ad, an engagement ad earlier today for my own brand, which is something that I've kind of stopped doing just because of the fact that I'm so busy. But let me share with you guys if this would open. Come on now. Oh, Facebook. What's going on with you? All right, never mind. Let's go this route then. All right, so here we go. And this is my page, okay, my personal page. And I just, you know, what I did was to use, you know, one of this, like for example, this is what I mean. All right, this is what I mean, like a native image. I'm sorry about that face right there, but this is what I mean with a native image, meaning it doesn't have a call to action. You know, it doesn't have any call to action. It just has a video. It just have a video link that goes to YouTube. All right. So another one, this one right here. So this is a video. It doesn't have any call to action. It has a video, and then it has a link that says "Come and mastermind with me." Right. So pretty simple. These are called native posts. All right. That stuff that you would upload to your page, and it will go automatically, you know, out there to your fans. But this wouldn't be considered an ad, quote unquote, because it doesn't have a call to action. Well, the way it works with ManyChat or the bot that the strategy that we are using is kind of similar, and we are using this type of native ads, native posts, right? So we would do so native posts, and we will boost, or we would use that post ID to actually promote that as an ad to our audience. So I can grab any of these, like for example this one, I can grab this unique ID, and then I can run engagement ads or something like that, right? So the native post, and then the native post say something like the video or the image, usually the image or the copy say something like comment bubbles below, right? Or comment pizza below, or something around those lines, so that when that happens, people will get a message, right, through Messenger. So this will trigger the bot. This will actually trigger the bot, and then we will have the landing page, right? So this will trigger the bot, and then the bot sends them a message saying, hey, thank you for commenting on XYZ. I'm glad that you're interested in our services. Here's a link to get your schedule, or here's a link to our webinar. So instead of just sending people directly to the landing page, what we're doing is to have them comment, have them engage with our native post, which could, again, the native post needs to be explicit and say, comment shoes, or comment rainbow, or comment consulting below, so that when people comment that keyword, you can set up ManyChat so that it will go out and it will answer to those folks. They will actually get a message from you on their phone or their messenger, whatever, and the message will say something like, hey, thank you for commenting. Here's the link to the landing page, and that's it. It's a super brain dead simple strategy. Now, we're still on split testing phase. We are seeing that we get people more engaged with our ads, which is pretty cool, right? So that's great, because people will engage with our ad in order for them to get a messenger. It's not a message. It's not that they are clicking and they're landing on a landing page, the usual modus operandi of you know, whatever funnel. They're actually engaging with it. They're getting a message, and then the message delivers the link to the landing page. The click-through rate is pretty good, and the conversion rate is pretty good also. So I'm actually seeing a drop on the cost of the CPL, the cost per lead, just because of the fact that we're doing this. All right, so that's pretty interesting to see, because again, there are more steps. You would think, well, if there are more steps, you would get people, you know, converting less. Well, that's not the case. I'm actually seeing a drop in the cost per lead, because if you think about it, when people are actually landing on the page, they're already primed. They have commented, they got a message, they click on the link, now they landed on the page, right? So they can bounce off, but they will be less likely to bounce off. All right, guys, so this is how basically what I'm doing. And then let's say that one day, you know, or 24 hours after the fact, that they didn't answer, or they didn't like actually click on the link, because you can actually set a tag based on if they click on their link or not. If they didn't, they also send them a reminder, like 24 hours later, reminder. And the reminder sends them back to the landing page, right? So 24 hours later, we send them a reminder. We say, hey guys, hey, she's trying to get you hooked up with XYZ, or she's trying to do this for you, or she's trying to remember that you have this, or she's trying to get you to watch the webinar or whatever that landing page contains. All right. So I hope this makes sense. It's super simple. Anyone can do it. You don't need to be a bot builder, master ninja, whatever. You just need to go ahead and try it. And I would definitely suggest that you split test this with whatever else you're doing. Do not stop everything else to start implementing these. Please don't do that. Go ahead and start and split test this, with whatever you're doing, and then you can comment on the group and let me know how it works for you. All right, guys? So I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions throughout, this video, or when you watch it, or, whatever, just drop them on the comments or on the Facebook group, and I will be more than happy to help you guys out. All right? So I hope that this helps. I'll see you guys in the next mastermind session. Bye-bye.